So last week when I was in Brazil, this pastor, I'm having lunch with him, and I'm telling him, man, your church is really cool, because they were doing some really unique things. He goes, yeah, it is, but my church still feels like a zoo. And I go, well, what do you mean by that? And he goes, you ever see the movie Madagascar? The opening scene is the zebra, and he's on a treadmill in the zoo, and he's staring at a painting of like a jungle, and he's just like dreaming like he's in the wild, right? And it's his 10th birthday, and so then the giraffe and the hippo and the lion, they all come in and have a birthday party for him. And he's just like, man, my life's half over, and all I've done is I've been in the zoo my whole life. I wanna experience the
wild. That is the worst idea I've ever heard.
And the lion's like, why? Man, here they bring you meat. Meat every day. I know when it's going to come. Every day everyone comes to the zoo and I roar and they cheer for me. Why would I leave?
There's certainly none of this in the wild. This is a highly refined type of food thing that you do not find in the wild.
You ever thought there might be more to life than steak, Alex?
He didn't mean that, baby. No.
The giraffe's like, yeah, why would you want to go in the wild? But it's just something inside of him.
Doesn't it bother you guys that you don't know anything about life outside this zoo?
Nuh-uh. Nope.
Well.
So when that pastor said, he goes, what we've done in the church is we've created these cages. It's like a zoo where the only way we know how to exist is if I show up to a building and I put my kids in this cage and my youth in this cage, and then I stand in this cage and someone feeds me and I kind of like it. Let's just do it over and over and over and over again. But meanwhile, I think there's something inside of us that's like, man, I want to get out. I want to get out in the world. There's more than this. Man, I know by the power of the Holy Spirit, it's in my DNA, that I can do something so powerful. And then everyone starts talking, oh, no, but why? It's so nice in here. It's so, good in here. And just every week they bring us meat. And it's like, I don't even know if I could teach my own kids. I don't even know if I could walk with my kids. I don't know if I could counsel other people. I don't know if I could help. I don't know if I could lead someone else to Jesus. I don't know if I could be in a place and actually read the Bible for myself. Let me just go back to this cage. And as he was talking, I was like, man. And there's a part of me, as a pastor for years where I go, gosh, I trained people to live in the zoo. I domesticated them to where they didn't know how to live as it. You can't go to the San Francisco Zoo right now and just throw all those animals back in the jungle. They'll all die. Because they haven't been raised to live in the wild. And so in the movie Madagascar, they break out, the penguins help them, and and they end up on the island in this wild, and the lion's still doing his goofy 2-footed thing, and the zebra's just like running alongside him like, no, you're a lion, who's the lion, and they're just running, and suddenly all these feelings start coming back, and then he has this desire to even eat his buddy, the zebra, because it's like, wow, all the animal instinct, and he just starts roaring, and it's just like all this power, like, because he was back in the environment he was created to be in. And I just thought, man, it was just such a clear picture to me last week. I'm the zebra. That's my job, is to tell you, man, you can survive out there. It's what you were made for. You've got so much power. You're not just a human being. Don't act like just a human being. Don't act like a zoo animal. God made you for more, and I think you know that. And I'm excited to release. That's what we're all about, is releasing people back into the world. Go back to your workplace. Change everyone in there. You go out there. You be the light. You act different. You be the impact. That's what he made us for. Don't try to save your life. You'll lose it. Go out there, take some risks. Do some crazy things. I understand the jungle is more dangerous than the zoo. But it's what we're made for. It's what we're created for. And if you try to keep yourself safe, you're going to lose your life. Man, I hope there's just story after story that we'll talk about in eternity, because we'll all go our separate ways, start different churches and different places and go on all sorts of adventures, and then come back at the feet of God, lay our crowns down, thank Him for this amazing life, thank Him for His word that we trembled at. We live in crazy times, but I'm not really worried about it. I think the world's going to get crazier, but that's what we were made for, is to stand up in that. So don't be afraid. Let's look out for one another. But at the end of the day, we know who lives in us. We're not just human beings. We're temples of the Holy Spirit. But He says, I'm asking you to let go of your life. Just lose it. Just spend it. And you'll find it. He goes, that's a promise. Lose it for the sake of the gospel. I don't know what God's called you to. There may be some of you that God's calling you to some awesome, amazing, terrifying adventure.